What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Randy, with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you another fantastic Friday War of Nova video for you today. Happy Friday! In today's video, we'll be talking about the Astaroth PvP build that we are running. We'll be taking a look at a number of combat reports from this morning against the BTCH group over here at the Tyrannus Battlefront. Tyrannus versus our home front Omega on Server 6. We'll be talking about the Astaroth, and we'll also be talking about the upcoming stream on Monday. I won't be streaming this weekend. I usually stream on Fridays and Sundays. Excuse me. I won't be streaming this weekend. I usually stream on Fridays and Sundays. However, I will be out of town for the weekend, but I'll be back on Monday. We're doing a very special stream on Monday night, June 2nd. Don't miss it. It'll be fantastic. We'll be interviewing some of the developers for War of Nova in voice chat for the GamerCast stream episode, so it's going to be really, really cool. Okay, let's get right into the Astaroth PvP setups. If you like today's video, feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to request additional content, post in the comments down below what you want to see. Here we go. So, in this particular report, we have the Astaroth against an enemy Darkfang. First, I started with my Eclipse, and Eclipse is actually really terrible at killing targets with single strike troop stacks. So against a target that has a single troop here, a single strike ship, it is going to be cutting the Eclipse's damage down by about 60-something%. He's only going to do about a third of the damage that the Eclipse is supposed to be doing. Therefore, I had to come in and clean up this stack with the Astaroth. The Astaroth is a fantastic PvP ship for a number of reasons. One, the Astaroth has this fantastic ability called Zeal. Zeal is going to allow your troops to dodge a ton of damage early on in the fight, and I guess I said dodge, but really it mitigates all the damage they take for the first couple attacks they receive. The first hit they get is minus 90%, and then it reduces by a fifth every time until you run out of reduction. It's really, really amazing. In addition, the Mastery 3 Tier 2 abilities, Hyper Focused, is going to give you even more damage mitigation, plus stun immunity and HP. And additionally, in the Tier 2 Mastery 3 tree, you're going to have Overly Aggressive, giving you a chance to have your Arcos ships do double strike, and more evasion, actual evasion here in Precognitions, in rounds 3, 6, and 9. So what you end up with is, and you also have a stun here called Ambush. Ambush is actually particularly effective against enemy ships that use one troop. Ambush can actually attack the enemy ship and the enemy strike ship, so it could stun the main ship, such as Darkfang, and it can stun the minion strike ship, which is the single stack assassin that he's using. This skill is going to be really great against commanders with single stacks, like I just said, and then you end up with all this damage mitigation from the first couple rounds from Zeal, and then you start evading damage in round 3, 6, and 9 anyways, making the ship really, really difficult to kill on the battlefield in the first 2 or 3 rounds. If you can't kill this ship in the first 2 or 3 rounds, that is where the 100 plus, that's the Ravens, the 100 plus Harpies are going to be in here, penetrating for a massive amount of damage. They're going to be penetrating the enemy defense with Shield Disruptor, and they'll be doing a double strike. So the damage coming from the Harpies is absolutely immense, especially against single stack units. The Astaroth is a good counter for most, not all, but for most single stack setups. So here we obliterate the Darkfang. Then we move into the Dominus, enemy Dominus here, level 42. He is running a high healing build here with a chance to stun all my troops. I don't care about that because the Astaroth has stun immunity for my Harpies and Ravens. And then, by the way, the Cyclops is also helping me survive the first couple of rounds because it is redirecting most of the damage that my standard attack damage that my Harpies and Ravens would be taking to it in the first 3 rounds, really making them literally impossible to kill for the first couple rounds. But here we have penetrated and obliterated with 118,000 damage coming from the Harpies against the enemy Inquisitor single stack. They did almost no damage. They died so quickly, and they were probably stunned for most of the fight. From there, we wiped out another Darkfang. We wiped out a Valkyrie. Oh, this is interesting. I haven't... this is not a full Valkyrie. He's only got half of his troops in here. Oh, no, they're mediums. Medium long range. Wow, he has a full stack. He's a full stack of 200 command worth of Valkyries here. And they got they got obliterated. There's really no other... Wow, he's got some good gear on this, too. So Valkyrie is a really powerful ship. Has a lot of interesting damage that it does. It's actually not a bad ship to beat up an Astaroth if you can get the build right. Unfortunately, he has so low defense, and it's a single stack here. I was probably able to completely massacre him in a few rounds. Yep, here it is. First round, 30,000 damage. Second round, another 20,000 damage. Third round, another 20,000 damage. Absolutely just shredding and obliterating these poor Elder and Berserkers. But in general, the Astaroth, ladies and gentlemen, is a monster of a ship. It's really, really incredible. I absolutely love it. It is able to dominate all kinds of enemies. One of the areas it does fall short is against enemies that have really, really high healing, because the Astaroth does not have a high healing ability. So if you are able to survive the first 3 or 4 rounds against the Astaroth, and then you can start out healing the damage it's doing, you're going to definitely be able to give it some trouble. So, like and subscribe, folks, if you guys have enjoyed today's content. I love you long time. Randy